Greetings. How is everyone? I hope everybody's doing good. Okay. I'm making this video with a heavy heart. A heavy heart because I am watching my gender mates put us all in ruin. We are like our worst enemies, right? We have completely succumbed to what patriarchy can do. And our survival on this earth is directly related to women understanding who they are. You are the beat, you are the rhythm, you are the air that is breathed, that is inhaled. You are the energy, you are the good mood, you are the comedy, you are the content, you are the entertainment. You are the color. And in good faith, knowing all of this, I still gotta go, cause you know how they monitor us with Facebook. I still gotta go onto Facebook and I gotta be reading things about women not understanding that they're affecting all of us every time they are choosing to engage, sleep, and befriend men at no cost. It doesn't end well, right? It actually creates more problems. Because after patriarchy has finished you without saying thank you, you now don't want to be cremated. You want your family now to go into debt and have a whole funeral and memorial for you while you were there being a doormat. You better turn around and learn how to be a bitch. You really, really do. You better get it together because you are ruining it for everyone. Let me tell you something. The majority of women that think the way that I do, because there's more of them than you actually think. They're just really quiet about it. The majority of women that think the way that I think, they're disgusted. They don't want to date. Date who? Talk to who? Answer whose text message? For what? What? For what? So some dirty behind man who doesn't wash behind his scrotum can come now and tell you, this is America. I'm not paying for. I ain't giving you. I ain't. The way you must learn to use your fingers and your hands and block and disengage and hang up and pause and freeze. You better find it quickly because all of our lives depend on it. Let me tell you something. In a 500-year span, the population of this earth multiplied. And in that moment, right before it happened, where were we as a global society? Where were we? Where were we when things started going left instead of going right in regards to observing who the creation of the feminine was? Where did that happen? Right? And that is why that a lot of divine women, if they thought too deeply about what is happening to everybody on a global level, we would run out of tears to cry. You better not be talking to a man that is not making your life better. You better not be silent about a man that has damaged your life in some way or another. Okay? Law enforcement and all that stuff, it exists because of the crimes of what men do. And if your local police precinct and your police reports are going unanswered and you are being laughed at and all of this, no shame, Didi. There is no shame. You get on this people's internet, you mention their name first and last and the street they live in, the city and state and country that they are in. Okay? You see these lies about people talking about, oh, you should just allow the police to do what they do. Men are out here killing women for no reason. You committed a crime. And somebody must just swallow that you committed a crime against them and you didn't do anything. You know how that happens? Because you didn't know how to get rid of him in the very first place. In the very first place, you don't need to speak to every male that speaks to you. A compliment is not always a compliment, right? If you need compliments, that means you don't even love yourself because you should be telling yourself how fine you are every day. So some stupid man come and say, you're so beautiful, or your beauty is heavy, or you're so nice, or you're so sexy, mommy. That means nothing. It's empty words. It's not paying a light bill. It's not feeding any children. Right? It's not cleaning our waterways. It's not planting a tree. You see what I'm talking about? It's like society has molded us to this place where we look at one thing like it is completely dirty and something else can be so holistic. But the only way that what is holistic can actually thrive and exist is that this needs to be put in correct order. This needs to be put in correct order. There's no such thing as prostitution. And if the word exists for you in your language and whatever language you speak, you must figure out a way to purge how your mind processes the word. Let me tell you something about the word prostitution. Let me tell you something about it. Right? Because you see the Bible that was created for men to go and follow? The prostitutes in the Bible had whole families, children in their house, staff in their house. How do you get enough food to feed the people that are in your house? How do you even have a home big enough that you can go and host guests that are men of God? How do you get the funds to pay for the labor for you to build an upper room for someone? Since we're talking about the Bible. How do I get the soap I need to wash my cat? Huh? How? How does that happen? The toothpaste. To clean my teeth and to scrub my tongue. Where does that come from? Where do I get food to chop? Huh? You better stop this nonsense. So take this as a warning if you like. Because I know some of y'all just think that Abrahamic religion is the holy writ and the end all and the be alls. But if you care about truths and not respectability, you're going to find out that this year there's a lot of messages. There's a lot of messages to us on a larger level that we are ignoring. And because we cannot keep men off of us, you can't keep them out your face. You can't walk down the street without somebody demanding that you give them a smile. There is nothing to smile about. Men are killing women. Men are sodomizing children. They're hurting each other in the jails. Somebody's innocent son is being molested right now as you are watching this video. And none of you are angry enough. Me, I will be angry, yo. Me, I will be angry. Right? And if you think you want to come and leave one of those messages, who hurt you? Your father. Chale, Bana, your father, he has contributed. Very quickly, there's a story I'm going to tell. When I separated from my ex-husband years ago, I then went on to have a relationship with a young man for a few years. And in the second year of me and this man having this friendship, he found out a horrible truth. And the horrible truth was he found out that he did not know how afraid of his father his mother was. I was disturbed because here I am, a mother of 2 boys. And when the abuse started in my own life from my ex-husband after our separation, because the soul that I was married to was a good husband, right? And the damaged woman that was his mother, that's his mother, she used her 2 hands, and she wasn't a Proverbs 31 woman. She tore down her whole family and the future of her grandchildren with her 2 hands. I know why she did that. You know why she did that? Because somebody tore down her future when she was only 15 years old and turned her into a teen mother. And let me tell you something. When I realized that truth, and then, you know, when you hear truth, it gets reinforced with other things that echo, like on the news, in your timeline, whatever the case. I realized in that moment, I cannot keep anything away from my children. And I made sure that I didn't do that. There was an incident that happened to me in the state of Maryland. It was Maryland. Yeah, it was in D.C. And when my children showed up, my children asked me, Mama, why are police here? Now, the other lady who cares about respectability politics would have been like, baby, don't worry about it. It's okay. Let's go. Not me. I said, because your stepmother called the police on me, baby. Yeah, we're not hiding nothing. Because if something happens to me, my children must know where it came from. They can at least, at the minimum, put 2 and 4 together and know that it came up to 6. They must. Because that is the worst thing for a young man to go through his young manhood, mature into being his own man, becoming a father, and not know the level of regard and safety he needs to provide for a woman that chooses to be in his company. Y'all got too many broke men that are broken spirit. They have strong calf muscles. They are not running, going anywhere. They're not exercising. They're lifting up their belly to sit down, to tell you what to do. And you want a slothful, lazy, abusive human being like that touching you. He's not making your life better, but he can tell you if you're a woman or not, while he looks like a deformity of a human being, unhealthy, unattractive, uncontrolled. Nobody controls him. Nobody controls what goes in his mouth. Nobody controls how many times he whizzes off in a day. Nobody controls if he's managing his testosterone. Nobody controls if he's drinking enough water. Nobody speaks to him. And he must lead you. Lead you where? Where is he leading you to? His role is to protect you and to create a safe space for you and to make your life easier and better. And if he is not doing those things or one of those things, there's no friendship. So if he's a friend, because y'all be thinking y'all could be friends with these people, with these men, right? And if you're a man and you're offended by anything that I'm saying, that means that you are part of the problem. Because if the cap does not fit, you cannot wear it. Chale? Bana, you cannot wear the hat if the hat don't fit you. If you're a good human being, you're a good papa. You're a great providing father. You're not going to feel offended by nothing that I'm saying. What do you care? Because those are the mongrels you're trying to keep out of the lives of the women that you are protecting in your household. You see how easy and simple that is? Very simple. We are disgusted. Let me tell you something. If I think about how disregarding males are in this globe, my passion can set this whole place ablaze. That's how I know women are not angry enough. Right? We don't need any more free care babies. We do not need any more sickly babies because it's his sickly fertilizer that's giving you sickly babies. I was a small child and I knew that. So to see this stuff now start showing up in medical journals in 2025 and in 2026, it just blows my mind. He ain't had a clear glass of water in a month. And you think you are going to have a healthy pregnancy? You think your baby is not going to force you not to go and take an injection to develop his lungs so they can now cut you open sooner than later to take the baby out? They used to get $20K. It's probably at $65K, but you know the insurance companies ain't going to tell us the honest to God truth. We need a break. Stop making babies. Because we still got babies, little boys. They're 4 years old, and you know what they're doing? They are in the earth, digging up soil to go and get minerals and resources so you could get a new Apple cell phone this year. I am disgusted. And you women that are out here sleeping with these bums, you're lowering the frequency of our earth. And for some reason, somebody should feel afraid to talk their story. We gotta stop that. For real. We gotta stop that. Patriarchy ain't helping nobody. And to my daddy girls out there, I want you to start really analyzing and thinking. That's it. Just analyze and think. Cause I want the best for you. Okay? Analyze and think. Have I always felt heard? That's it. Because anything that comes beyond that is going to give you clear answers. It's not going to be anything that I said. My hands are clean. I used to tell my design clients, because I'm a designer specificator by trade. It's a field that I loved. I love helping people with their homes. I love it. I used to tell the customers, I said, listen, when you sit on your plumbing wall, I want you to feel very contented with the choices that you made. Me, I'm only here to guide you. That's it. I'm not here to tell you what kind of tile to put in your bathroom. Nope. Because I'm versatile like that. You could like the ugliest tile that the store is selling. And I'm going to tell you how you are going to create an amazing environment with that ugly ass tile. Okay? That's my job. I want people to be happy with how they are choosing to wake up in the morning. Do you like that man that you're collecting money from. Because if you don't like him, that means you're doing some labor that's not worth it, right? It's laborious. I got to like the man that I collect anything from. Because anything else is a waste of my time. It's a waste of his time too. But you know, if you really cared about humanity, like if you really, really loved human beings, you would understand that. You would do that. You would pay attention to that. Right? You know who knows that I'm not a man hater? My clients that pay me for consulting. I want the very best. I want the very best for them. Because I understand on the lowest level how it affects all of us. I can't just go and do something with someone or collect something or do business or write an invoice and I don't like them. No, I gotta like them. A Jewish man once told me, I'm trying to think where we were. I think we were in New York. It was either New York or Florida. And he said to me, I've never met a friend that I didn't do business with. That's how you know when people are not your friend. So when y'all think you know good people, I'm ready to challenge that. Right? And it's the same thing with women. He doesn't like you if he wants to watch you suffer. He doesn't like you if he wants to watch you be hungry. He doesn't like you if he has to watch you ask for something or hint and he is choosing to weaponize his incompetence. He doesn't like you. Why are you spending time around someone that doesn't like you? Because now it's going to hurt even more when he does something very acute to you, right? And then you come on the people internet and complain about what he's done to you. And then you know what? Patriarchy is going to chastise you. After he comes and finishes you off and finish himself off because he was useless from the very beginning. He was useless. I'm going to talk about that next, uselessness. So you now allow this person to be around you. You want to share your bed with them. And then when the embarrassment becomes too much, then you want to complain and say, oh my God, he did X, Y, and Z to me. When you should have just removed yourself a long time ago. Because this world is not kind to attractive women. I had to learn that lesson very late in life. My enemies, they were all kind of people. They were relatives. They were spouses. They were in-laws. They were co-workers. They were confidants. They were friends. They were sisters. They were brothers. Stop. Let me talk about uselessness now really quickly because this video is not maxing past 30 minutes. And I know this sounds taboo. Ooh, people gonna be offended. Listen, cool your heart. Go stop, pause this video and go drink some water first. Cool your spirit first before you swallow this one. Because this one is peppy. This one is hot. Weary Dana. Some of your mothers, this is for some of the men that chose to listen so they could rage bait later. Some of your mothers, you're here because somebody gave her $20. You're here because if she didn't give it, it would have been taken. Some of y'all are here and shouldn't be here. Some of your mothers had unnecessary pregnancies. Some of your mothers made unnecessary humans. Some of your mothers made humans that they had to take out a loan for to have a funeral, right? And the man was a whole thief. He was a whole rapist. He was a whole con artist. He was a whole booger man. He was a whole sodomizer. He was a whole warlock. He was a whole demon. He was a whole choke and rob. He didn't plant a tree. He didn't fund a child's education. He didn't feed anyone. He did not help the neighbor. He allowed the whole roof to be blown off of the goddamn house. We not gonna talk about him, right? How much? You know, that's gonna be another video, because that's gonna be a whole nother bunch of angry people, and then it may anger a whole culture. But I'm gonna tell you something. As a Caribbean person, I was very disappointed when I heard certain reports of coming out of the islands that after some storm that people were still walking around with no roof on their house. What are you talking about? You got one whole island full of he-goats. They is shagging down everybody. They is impregnating people from here from there to here. And they don't know if to climb upon the roof and go, even if to go and cut down some bamboo and make a thatch roof and cover your house. But they was there asking for Connie only a couple of weeks before. I know you guys know who I'm talking about. You don't got to say their names here. Huh? Y'all are not angry enough. Women are not angry enough. You don't value yourself enough. You don't tell yourself how nice you are. You don't tell yourself how soft your skin is. You don't tell yourself and remind yourself how the sound of your voice is comfort to someone. You don't tell yourself enough nice things. You talk to yourself very badly. You treat yourself very badly, and in turn you allow somebody who's not even worth a hello to. You're allowing that person to treat you badly. You better get your lives in order, eh? Get yourself in order, because I'm tell you something. All of we nigga survive. This what going on here. We nigga survive them. So, this is my TED Talk of what a real angry black woman looks like. Just make sure you address me as Oheme. Right? You just make sure you address me correctly. I'm okay with being an angry black woman, because every man that ever said that to me, he wished he could have smelled under my bubby. Right? Good. Get that one in your pipe and smoke 'em. And you see, you mothers of sons, you better get your lives and your thoughts in order. Go soak in your tub and sit down and talk to yourself like a mad woman, because you are. Get your head right. And you correct those beings that you made that got scrotum. And you talk to them about how they're supposed to treat girls and women folk. Because you are the reason this world looks the way that it does. And stop hanging out with these men for free. You don't have any man friend if he's not actually being a friend. If he's not making your life better, he is a user. He's a thief, actually, but you're too scared to call him a thief. Stay beautiful. Bye-bye.